Sige, I'll just wait for the cue with the start. And how's the weather po sa inyo? Actually po dito sa Tacloban, medyo cloudy. Opo, medyo cloudy po yung weather dito. Kaninang umaga, medyo maulan-ulan pa. Very nice weather. So sa inyo po, kamusta naman po kayo dyan? So, sabi ni Sir Lito, Alexis Salentino, may naka-line up pa po kayong mga webinars for July para makapag-prepare na po ako. Yes, of course. We have webinars lined up po. So later, after po ng discussion ni Sir Joshua, I will be sharing with you yung mga scheduled webinars po natin. Medyo marami-rami. And actually po, tomorrow, we have a webinar on artificial intelligence. So, sino pong nakapag-register na dyan, see you tomorrow. See you virtually tomorrow. We will be having another webinar, 1 p.m. From 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. po yung webinar natin sa artificial intelligence. Alright? Yeah. Yes po, sa mga naka-receive na po ng certificates namin, thank you po for joining and having for your interest po in joining our webinar. Actually, we have lots of interesting topics ever since last April, mula pa nung April pa lamang, we are already conducting a webinar. Diba? So as I mentioned, this is our 49th. Diba? So ang dami na nang ginawa or na-conduct na webinar ng DICT Visayas Cluster 2. And kahit na, di ba, June is the National ICT Month at hindi yun magtatapos sa June yung mga webinars natin. We will still be conducting more webinars on the following month. Alright? So I guess we need to start. Alright, so magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Thank you for joining us in today's webinar. My name is Hazel D. Martinez, a PDO2 and Tech Parade Coordinator for the ICT Region 7 and Region 8. It is my great honor and pleasure to be your moderator for today's webinar. And yes, in the past months, we have conducted several webinars with interesting and helpful topics. So this afternoon, we will give you another topic which is very interesting. But before anything else, please join us as we start this webinar with a prayer. Let us all welcome the IIDB coordinator of the ICT Region 8, ladies and gentlemen, Sir George Michael Picardo.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Hazel. Okay, let us pray. Heavenly Father, we acknowledge, Lord, your holy presence. We conduct another webinar. We ask your guidance for the committee and organizers for a full of learning and a successful webinar. We ask your wisdom for our speaker today as he imparts his knowledge and ideas. Lord, as we are in these difficult times, Lord, we pray for those affected by this COVID-19. We pray for healing and restoration. We also pray for our frontliners. Cover them and protect them with your mighty hand, Lord. I also pray that you bring the needs of our government. We ask to bless our nation with godly leaders and magnify the name of Jesus and declare that He is the Lord over this nation. Surround us with your peace that surpasses all understanding. Help us not to fear, but to trust you in this situation. We thank you that you are the God of the impossible. You can do anything. We want to trust in your abilities and not our own. We pray this in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Sir George Michael, for the very beautiful prayer. Thank you so much. And of course, before we proceed to our topic, I'm sure that you are excited of course, we would like to acknowledge muna as the most important guest in this webinar, our participants all over the Philippines from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And of course, nakita ko kanina, we have some friends outside the Philippines from Riyadh, from Bahrain, who spend their precious time with us. In behalf of the ICT po, maraming salamat po. We appreciate your time and effort. And of course, I would like to share lang po sa WebEx po natin. Currently, we have 546 participants. And in Facebook Live, we have 429. And it's still increasing, di ba? So, ganyan, tayo, kumbaga, binabalik-balikan ng mga participants natin. Alright? So, thank you, everyone, for being with us as always. And of course, in just a little housekeeping muna before we get started, especially yung nasa WebEx po, I need you to drop your concerns and inquiries in the chat panel. And if you have questions naman, please use the Q&A panel. All right? Only those who remain in the webinar and answer the self-evaluation survey will be given a certificate of attendance. And of course, the most important po sa lahat, di ba? Have fun while learning. All right? And for the FAQs naman po natin, do you issue certificates for this webinar? Yes na yes. Just make sure that you answer the self-assessment survey after this session. Right. Next is, how long will I receive the certificate? Please allow us 2 weeks for us to send this through email. And of course, those participants naman na hindi pa po nakaka-receive ng certificates after 2 weeks or after 3 weeks, please question, can I get a copy of the material used? Yes po, we will provide copies and send it along with your certificate. All right. And of course, I would like to share po yung responses natin. Amazing. Diba, we have reached 9,415 responses. So I think this is the first time, yung first webinar namin na naka-reach po ng ganitong responses. So, maraming salamat po. Diba? And for the gender naman, we have mostly female po, 79.6% ang nag-respond po sa registration natin. So, mostly female. And 20.4% po sa mga male. Alright? And for the affiliation, mostly teachers po ang nag-sign up sa registration natin ng, sa webinar na to. Okay? And these are our respondents. So from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao po were represented, and of course, other countries po. Alright? So maraming salamat sa inyo. Okay. And of course, to kick off this event, because I'm excited na, kanina pa akong excited. Imagine we've started 1:30 and waiting for the participants. So to start this event, let us hear muna a welcome remarks from our ever dynamic and supportive director to officially open this webinar. Ladies and gentlemen, let us call on the Regional Director of BICT Region 7 and Region 8, Director Leo Cipriano L. Orvisindo Jr. Hello, Director. Hi po, Director Leo.
Hi.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, good day, everyone. I hope you're all safe and I wish you well. As we face this global pandemic that has affected our normal lives, we are now the new normal. Our usual life may not be the same as it had been before, and it may take for us for a while to return to normal. But this doesn't mean that we will stop learning. The ICT under Visayas Cluster 2 is proud to give you another webinar offering that will help you gain additional knowledge and learn new things outside the four walls of the classroom or in your office. Everyone is welcome here. You be a student, an FW, an employee, affected by the current situations and all walks of life. Wherever you may be and whatever is the reason that brought you here to listen and learn, you are very much welcome. I wish at the end of the day, of today's discussion, you will impart knowledge and contribute to your society and your community, especially that we are in a digitally disrupted world. The recent saying says, we win as one, and fighting COVID tells us, heal as one. Here in our webinar, let us learn as one. Our topic is very, very exciting for today, and I hope that you can learn a lot from this. Thank you very much for participating today, and in behalf of the ICT VC2, I welcome you all to this webinar once again. Good afternoon, maupay nga kulog. Buenas tardes, magandang hapon, ngayong hapon.
Thank you so much, Director Leo Cipriano L. Augusto Jr., our very active director po ng DICT Region 7 and Region 8. So actually, yung mga webinars also, namin, of course, it's through the efforts of our director. Thank you for always challenging us po, for giving this very insightful topic. Diba? So, of course, thank you so much, Director, and more power. And now, without further ado, it is my great pride and honor to introduce to you our resource speaker for this afternoon. Okay. So actually, our resource speaker finished CS Information Technology from St. Paul University, Dumaguete in 2012. Currently, she is on thesis for Master of Development Communication, Master of Information Systems at University of the Philippines, Open University. He is one of the 10 outstanding students of the Philippines of Central Visayas 2012 and one of the 30 outstanding students of the Philippines 2012 National, with awarding held in the Malacanang Palace 2012. He represented the country as a delegate in various international conferences, including Singapore, Malaysia, Japan, and India. He worked as a technical support engineer in the IT operations department of a technology company in Dumaguete City for more than 4 years and worked as a part-time university instructor teaching IT subjects for more than 5 years. Currently, he is a project development officer at the Department of Information and Communications Technology Visayas Cluster 2 under the ICT Industry Development Bureau and a recent YouTuber known as the Pambansang IT Guy who discusses tech tutorials. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome our resource speaker for this afternoon, Joshua Algazar Zume.
Yes, thank you, Miss Hayes.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you very much. Am I loud and clear lang, no? Okay lang.
Clear.
Clear
Clear na po. Loud and clear.
Okay, sige. So let's do this. Allow me to present my screen. Kita no? Kita ang screen ko?
Yes po, sir. Clear.
Okay. Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. This is my fourth webinar already under the Learn 2 series. Palagi tayong, tama yung sinabi mo, Miss Hayes, no? Palagi tayong sina-challenge ni Direk. But also, we are also getting suggestions from our participants. And ito nga, this is one of those na ni-request nila about Gmail. Especially, may mga teachers din tayo, no, na gamit nila Gmail and they are now venturing into blended learning. And I believe na mga teachers natin, Gmail din ang gamit nila, or some of them, or most of them, under the DepEd na domain, tama ba? Gmail ba gamit nila? But anyways, please let me know if mabilis lang ako masyado, kasi bibilisan ko pa. Hindi, joke lang. But Miss Hayes, wag mo kong iwan ha. Please let me know if I should tame my pacing
Sure po, no problem.
para okay, para maano naman. I understand kasi meron din tayong mga participants na beginners in using Gmail, or meron silang Gmail but they are not using it that much. Ngayon lang na mayroong blended kind of learning and online transactions. So please let me know. Please let me know lang if I am too fast. But I am hoping na we can cover a lot for this afternoon. So this disclaimer lang sa um, may nangingi na no kagad kanina ng presentation slides for this afternoon. Disclaimer lang, wala po akong presentation na prepare kasi fully hands-on tutorial po tayo ngayon. But I will try my best to summarize everything, and I might make presentation slides after. But throughout the presentation, wala po. Okay? So, andito na tayo sa ating web browser. So I'm using Google Google Chrome as my web browser. And so of course, our topic is Gmail, and I would just like to share no na Gmail started in 2004, so more or less 15 years na sila no sa industry, and it was around kaka-graduate ko lang ng elementary nung pumasok sa scene ang Gmail. During that time, ang mga sikat na emails are Yahoo Mail, Hotmail, until Gmail entered the scene from just being a search engine na Google pinasok or nag-venture din sila into the email. So, just a quick fact, Gmail actually has 1.5 billion monthly users. So if you could imagine 1.5 billion users, and they have 20% share of the entire email client industry in the world today. So that's how powerful Gmail is. It was in 2006 na Gmail was developed into a mobile app. And right now, I believe most of you, I think, there, according to statistics, there is 75% of Gmail users who are into the mobile application. So right now, I understand there are beginners and there are also advanced users already, but they want to refresh their minds and their skills in hovering Gmail. So that's what we are gonna do today. Okay? So sana mabalance lang natin no, ang beginners and ang advanced. So Miss Aiza, please let me know lang if I am going too fast or too slow din. Okay? Now, sige, let us start. Of course, diba, this is our URL for going or to logging in our Gmail. Remove ko to para malinis. Yan. So this is our login interface for Gmail already. So say for example, I'm gonna log in my personal Gmail, but I will be using multiple Gmail accounts for today kasi iba-iba kasi ang features, just like yung isang email address natin for our work, which is sa government. We are actually hosted sa Gmail, no? That's how trusted Gmail is in terms of as an email. So ang government natin, nag-migrate na po tayo into having Gmail as our host for our email accounts. So merong ibang features, like merong limited features dito sa personal, merong limited features sa government na email. So I will log in multiple accounts. Actually, I have more than 5 Gmail accounts. Okay, so I'll log in my personal muna, no? So, okay, meron nag-answer din na DepEd is using Gmail. Yeah, actually, most or if not all government agencies, NGAs, and I'm not sure with LGUs, but I think most of them also have already adapted to Gmail. So, okay. Now, for my personal Gmail account, Actually, na-login ko na to siya dito na, but I'll try in incognito para makita nyo ang isang advanced feature when you are logging in. So by the way, you can change no kung sa Gmail interface nyo Filipino siya or English, pwede nyo ma-change ang language na through this area here. So now, this is one good feature about Gmail kasi I have enrolled my account sa two-step verification. So this is a security strategy of Google, and hindi lang actually Google, there are also other sites that employs this kind of security, no, na like there is another device daw na naglalag in sa dito sa device na to, and I have set it a functionality wherein ipaprompt ako sa cellphone ko, nakikita ba? I think masyadong maliwanag, no? But dito sa cellphone ko, na pinrompt ako na ako ba tong nagsa-sign in dito sa laptop na to. So I have to confirm it from my cellphone, and there is hindi siya makita, but there are options here na the question is it you trying to sign in, and I can answer through yes or no, it's not me. So I can choose the option. So I will know na there is someone who is trying to log into my account. So I'll press yes because this ako itong gumagamit. And ayan na. Nakapasok na ako because I confirmed it through my cell phone. So if you want to do such kind of technique, yung two-step verification, then just go to this site. Actually, you can just search it, Google two-step verification, or you can directly go to google.com /landing /two-step. So from there, dito po itong get started, pwede nyo na po i-enroll ang inyong cellphone or inyong tablet, ang inyong mobile device, ang iPhone nyo, para ma-prompt po kayo na there is someone trying to log in, or is it you who is trying to log in? Kasi hindi makaka-log in doon sa laptop or any device if walang confirmation from your enrolled device na you can actually, or that is actually you who is trying to log in. So ayan po, iwas hacking. So that's one po, when you are trying to log in. Now, as I have mentioned, I have more than 5 Gmail accounts. So if you want, actually, sa Google na browser, you can add more accounts para hindi na kayo mag-log out pa or sign out. So dito lang po yan ito pong may account picture nyo na. And then click on add another account, and it will lead you to another login page. So by this time, I'm gonna log in my my work email. And so if you could see, no, our domain is at dict.gov.ph. This is a government email, and we have already migrated. We had a different platform before, and it was a couple of months ago na nag-migrate na po kami sa Google or sa Gmail. So that's one good one thing good about Gmail or Google kasi it is trustworthy. So even governments, not only the Philippine government, but all other governments and all other companies are actually using, or they're having Google as their host for their email domains. So wag na wag nyo pong i-click itong may I kasi ma-show po ang password nyo. So in my one browser, I actually have multiple, di ba? I can over to multiple Gmail accounts, and if you want to add another one, then the same. Dito po sa inyong yung may account picture nyo, and sige, I'll try to log in another email. Mali pala. Ay, isa pala. So did you know na yung pag-login nyo kanina, no? If you are already a Gmail account, there is no need for you to put the at gmail.com for as long as you are a Gmail user, no? Like hindi naka-host like sa amin dict.gov.ph, kailangan naman i-include yun. But if you are just using the gmail.com domain, then there is no need for you to include that when you are logging in. So kahit yan lang, nababasa na yan ng Gmail. Okay? Sige. Now, so as you can see, no, meron akong one email. This is for my personal. The second tab is for my for work, and the third one is for another email account. Now, itong third one, no, by default, wala siyang themes, correct? So as you can see, may first, merong parang background sa second, merong another theme to sa. And if you want to add a theme, so that's just easy. You just go to settings, then either there are two ways. The first one is if you click on the gear na icon, no? Itong nasa upper right, yan ang gear icon natin, yan ang naglalaman ng mga settings natin. There is already quick settings, mga usual settings na minomodify or kino-customize ng users, but there is also see all settings. So for the theme, you can do it sa quick settings. So makikita nyo lang ang theme dyan. And so you can choose your themes. And you can pick your themes. But the longer way is dito din sa see all settings. And dito sa general na tab, I mean, not sa general na tab, but dito sa last na tab, meron pong separate themes dyan. So you can set your own theme. Kung gusto nyo medyo artistic ang interface ng inyong Gmail na interface. Now, for mobile users, no, did you know that you can actually you can change your Gmail na mobile application into a dark theme. Di ba uso ngayon ang naka-dark, no? Kahit YouTube may dark na. Ang Facebook may dark theme na ba? Mukhang wala pa, no? Even ang SMS pwede, no? If you are using Android 10 and or Android 10 ang inyong cellphone, you can do that by going sa Gmail itself. And meron tayong hamburger na menu, no? Yung nakikita ba? Yung nandyan sa upper left. And you hover down sa settings. And dyan sa general settings. So, yung pinakaunang option na theme, merong options na light, dark, and system default. So, light means white background, and the dark, of course, is parang naka-night mode siya. So, pakita ko ang kanya. So, parang ganito siya. So, if you want to change into the dark mode or night mode. Now, this only is for under 10 users. So kung wala siya sa Gmail nyo, then perhaps kailangan ng upgrade, bagong cellphone. I'm not sure if this is also available sa iPhone users, no? Sa iOS na users, but I think meron din. Can someone answer ba? Hindi kasi ako maka-iOS. But I think meron ding night mode or dark mode. So you can try to check on that sa Gmail mobile app nyo. Okay? Now, next, I want you to see, I want you to compare my two emails. So itong second at saka third Gmail ko. Meron ba kayong nakikitang difference in terms of the interface, sa inbox interface? Ito ang second one. And ito ang third one. Do you see any difference sa comparison? So the answer is, of course, meron pong difference. So kung nakikita nyo, no, meron akong separate pane, itong nasa gitna. Nakikita ba cursor ko? So if I would click on a certain message sa inbox ko, it will display a separate pane, reading pane, no, dito sa gitna. And if you would compare it sa third Gmail account ko, I have to click individually the message, or I have to click each one para makita ko kung ano ang content ng certain message na yun. So if you want to have this kind of interface na there's no need for you to click on every message to show the content, dapat pag click ko meron na dito sa gitna, you can do so by doing this one. Yeah, makinig po. Diba kayo hindi na po makasunod. So it's either, dito ulit tayo sa gear, and makikita nyo po, no, pag hover nyo, pag scroll down nyo sa baba, merong reading pane, no? You can choose this one. No split, by default, it is no split, yung kagaya ng, itong email na to na wala siyang reading pane, but if you want na yung kagaya ng isang email ko, then you can choose right of inbox. Yan, naglo-load ulit. And ayan na. Nakikita na ang reading pane. So you can adjust kung gaano kalaki or gaano kaliit for every pane. So pwede po yan. Pwede din na naka horizontal sa, no? So ang mga messages or mga preview ng messages nasa taas, while ang contents talaga ay nasa baba. Pwede din yan. So that is the value of having a reading pane. So nasa quick settings lang yan, but if you want to know the long cut, hindi shortcut, no? Nandito po yan sa general. Nasa inbox ko nasa inbox. And then, nandito, i-hover nyo lang sa reading pane. And dapat naka-enable po siya. So the same options na nandun din sa quick settings na menu, no split, right of inbox, and below inbox, yung parang horizontal. So later on, since nandito na tayo sa settings, no, we will one by one, if kaya ng time, I will explain to you each one kung ano ang functionalities ng different settings na nandito. Okay? So if kaya ng time, then we can cover each one. Okay? So let me proceed with my presentation. Sige. Ibalik ko po sa gusto kong nasa right side ang reading pane ko eh. So ayan. So by default kung walang naka-select na message, no? Kung walang naka-select dito, makikita kung ilan ang natitirang storage ng inyong Google na account. So by default, meron tayong 15 gigabytes for a usual account, but sa amin, sa government, we are given 30 gigabytes, no, of storage. But you can actually you can upgrade. I think ang highest is 100 terabytes. I forgot kung ilan ang maximum na pwede sa pwedeng lumaki ang storage mo up to 100 terabytes. I forgot actually that is I have discussed that sa Google Drive na webinar last May something. So meron bang may bang sumali dito na? Na-kompleto na. So this is actually my fourth Learn to series. So the first one was HTML, followed by Google Drive, then Google Forms, and then this one. This is the fourth one. So ayan, may nag-answer na I have paid 1 terabyte Google Drive. So I think Google really is helps you in your day-to-day life. So umabot ng 100 terabytes ang inyong subscribe. So yeah, that is actually possible. So dun sa mga nakasali na, and I think for me, no, the pricing for me is way cheaper compared sa sa ibang emails. And yeah, meron din tayo nag-comment, I think teacher no from DepEd, using G Suite for education. Correct. Oo. You have unlimited storage. Wow, ang swerte naman ng mga taga DepEd, no? Especially ngayon, that is really a big help, no? Na nasa pandemic tayo. So I hope for the teachers, no, you are making use of your Gmail account wisely, no? Sayang ang storage. If kami mabigyan yan, so we will be very happy. So congrats sa DepEd. Sana kami rin. And I think G Suite for business then, yeah, meron ding unlimited storage capacity. Okay, so let's go back and we will go now to composing an email. Okay, so when we compose an email, wag na lang tong sa DICT, dito na sa personal. So when we compose an email, no, so of course, I think that's a basic knowledge na when you compose na dito sa left side. So by default, ang lalabas na view is ang pop-out view. So ito parang maliit lang, parang yung nasa parang sa Facebook na desktop din, no? Nasa lower right siya, and then pwede ma-minimize. But we can also enlarge that, and this is what we call as our full screen view. Yeah, so this is our full screen view. So ang complete na interface when you compose a Gmail message is there. Pwede natin ibalik sa pop-out kung, say for example, may tinatype kayo but you have to go back to another message. So pwede naka-pop out. Pero dito tayo. Now, okay. So, did you know there is actually a secret, no? I think this is an open secret. I think some know this already, but some might have not known it. But Gmail disregards periods or dots sa email accounts or Gmail accounts. So this works lang for for gmail.com na users. So say for example, my personal email is joshdomen@gmail.com. So my personal email is joshdomen@gmail.com, but if I actually, if I put a period there, or anywhere, like multiple periods or multiple dots, it will be sent still to the same joshdomen@gmail.com account. It will, Gmail actually disregards periods and dots. So kahit na meron yan or wala, it will still be sent to the same recipient. And this only works for at gmail.com na domain na, hindi to sa mga naka-host sa Gmail like at dict.gov.ph or at deped.gov.ph. And if you ask why dinidisregard ng Gmail yan, well, there is no actually concrete reason why they have employed such functionality, but this works well especially if say for example, meron nang hingi ng email sa inyo, no? And malalaman nyo kung binenta na ang inyong email or sinend na sa iba. So, makakatanggap ka ng spam email. So, you will know because parang malalaman mo kung saan nanggaling kasi ito yung nilagyan ko ng period dito when I applied for this or when I registered for this. So that is a technique to know sino ang nagbigay ng email account mo to a certain spammer. So yeah. Then next, you know the difference naman of CC and BCC, correct? Although this is not only present sa Gmail alone, but this is also present to all other emails or email platforms. So of course, CC is, let's say, sinong papadalan mo na dapat siyang ma-notify. Although he or she is not the main recipient, but if you want to notify him or her about a certain message or a certain email, then you include him or her sa CC or carbon copy. And how about BCC? Para saan kaya ito? This is the blind carbon copy. So, say for example, this is what we actually do sa mga webinars namin. Say for example, so itong mga recipients sa BCC, they will receive the message, but they will not know who are the other recipients. Siyempre, di ba, we're actually not allowed to divulge our email addresses to anyone or everyone kasi yan nga, pwedeng ma-spam or masendan ng spam. So, if you want na hindi mabasa ng lahat ng recipients mo, like parang para sa individual separate message na sa, although you have sent it to many recipients, then what you do is you BCC it. Okay, so that's very important, especially if you do events na madami kang sesendan. So it so happened na yun nga, merong hindi naka-BCC for a certain organization and nalaman nung may isang spammer na nag-send sa isang user, no? And tinanong niya kung saan niya nakuha ang email and sumagot din naman ang spammer kasi parang nag-networking si spammer. Please go to this link, ganyan. And tinanong si spammer kung paano niya nakuha ang email, and yun nga, very honest naman si spammer, parang innocent din naman siya. Nakuha niya dun sa mga recipients list, dun sa message na they both belong to as recipients. So, careful lang. Para hindi ma-share ang ibang email addresses, so i-BCC niyo po. Okay? Now next, ito po ang subject. This is actually very important. So madami kaming na-receive na messages, no, na walang subject, and for other private organizations or companies, they are very strict on this. If walang subject, they would not mind checking on the message. So pro tip lang po, or not really pro tip, but that's an email etiquette, a general email etiquette na to really include a subject, because it will tell the recipient kung what is your email for. So it's just a summary. So it doesn't need to be a long paragraph, but at least a cliffhanger, or at least something that would prompt or tell the recipient kung what your message is all about. So email etiquette po. There is actually you can search on the web, or you can Google it actually kung anong importance ng subject, and there are tips on how to do the best email subject, or what should be included in a subject. Most especially, so say for example, you are applying for a certain job, tapos wala kang subject, so chances are hindi yan i-accommodate ng employer if walang subject. So please always include po a subject. May natatanggap din kaming messages, no, na ang content na dapat nasa body nilagay sa subject. So wala siyang subject, so all other contents nasa subject na. So that is a no-no po according to the general email etiquette. Okay? Now, next is the signature. Diba? So dito sa GovMail ko na account, I have my own signature. So every time na magko-compose ako, so minimize ko, i-zoom out ko lang. So every time magko-compose ako, meron na siyang automatic na signature, no? So you can do that by going here, ito, no? Itong toolbar na nasa bottom left. So itong pinaka-last, insert signature. So manage signatures. And ayan po, mag-open po siya sa settings. So you just have to create your own signature. So create new. So you have to name first your signature. And then from there, you can now modify. Lalagyan nyo ba ng respectfully yours? Lalagyan nyo ba ng picture? Then you can set for new emails. So don't forget to click yung Joshua sign, ang ilagay nyo. So yan, for those who do not have signatures yet. Okay, so nasa general settings din siya, and then nasa signature. But if you want it done easily, then ito po siya, nasa ilalim. So manage signatures, pinaka-last. Now, just recently, dito tayo sa body, no? Balik tayo sa body. Just recently, Gmail has employed a new functionality. Di ba sa Facebook, no? When you mention someone, or when you tag someone, you press in the character na @ correct? So dito sa Gmail, they just recently employed this functionality na pwede din na mag-mention sa email. So pwede nyong i-mention si first email dito. Like, hi, email. So, say for example, magsasend kayo to multiple, no? Please do this. Yan, tapos, say hi, another email. Oo. Please do quality analysis or quality check. So, pwede na po yan sa Gmail. And even without me including them sa natin, sa recipients natin, once ma-send natin to sila, makakatanggap din sila ng the same email for as long as naka-mention sila through at. So, pwede po yan. That's a new functionality. Okay? Now, so dito na po tayo. Ito ang ating compose toolbar. So, of course, ang undo meron ding redo. So you can choose your fonts. Of course, I think that is already a general knowledge na you can change your font. You can change the way you present your text. It could be small, normal, large, and huge. Pwede din siyang ma-bold, italic, underline, and pwede niyong ma-change ang text color or even ang background color. But by default, that's black text over white background. Pwede din yan. Alignment, of course, there is left, center, and align right. Pwede ding numbered bullets or bulleted list. Then, pwede kayong mag-include ng indentation. Then, meron din tayong quote. So, when you, say for example, you have a certain text, then you want it to be presented na quoted siya because someone has quoted this, then pwede nyo siyang i-click lang itong si quote. Okay, so para sa meron siyang vertical bar na mag-ano. Then pwede din naka-strike through. So say for example, yan. And itong last naman na toolbar is to remove the format. So kung meron kayong format dyan, you can press on this. Okay? So that is actually this is the rich text mode. So there are two modes when you compose an email message. So this is the first one, rich text mode, wherein this text formatting is supported, while the other one is plain text mode, wherein mawawala tong toolbar na to kasi purely text lang siya. Most especially if you are after the size, no? You want it minimal. So pwede siyang naka plain text mode, and you do that by hovering sa three dots button natin. And itong plain text mode. So mawawala si compose toolbars natin. So ma-deactivate yung mga formatting. Okay? Okay, since nandito na din tayo sa three dots mode, then later on I will explain labels. So you can actually print your document, you can check your spelling, and later on I will tell you about this Smart Compose feedback. Okay, now dito naman tayo sa sending natin, no? So akala lang natin, no, na purely send lang ang option natin sa Gmail, but there are actually other ways when sending. No? There are also functionalities when sending. So, sino bang nakapanood dito nung KMJS last week? Hindi last night, but last week. Di ba parang may segment doon na yung deceased father niya daw, no? email pa sa kanya, even if yun nga, namayapa na ang papa niya. But when that was actually being teased, no? Yung hindi pa pinalabas yung segment na yun, parang nasa commercial pa din. And even if parang nasa commercial pa siya, I already knew na walang kababalaghan, di umano doon. Oo. Kasi I knew it already na pwedeng mag-schedule send. So that's one functionality na pwede sa Gmail. So sige. Error daw kasi wala pa akong recipient. So sige. Mag-send tayo sa isang email. You can schedule send wherein ang message nyo isi-send siya sa recipient when you set the date and time. So yun po. You can pick a date and time. So pwede bukas, pwede some other day. So kahit nag-expire ka na, namayapa ka na, meron kang huling habilin through Gmail. Wag naman po sana, no, God forbid. But pwede po yan. And then, say for example, naka-send po kayo, no, ng scheduled message at gusto nyo i-edit or i-delete, pwede po yan dito sa ating labels. Meron tayong scheduled. So, pwede po yan dito. So, like, ika-cancel nyo or i-delete, i-edit, pwede. Cancel. So, dito lang po sa left side. Okay? At mag-open ang inyong composing email na interface. You need to say you will edit or update your email kasi kinancel nyo ang scheduled send eh. Okay? Now, since nakita na din kanina, no, magsasend po ako ulit ha, tapos I want you to focus your attention sa bottom left side ng Gmail interface ko ha. Ito. Diba? May nag-pop out na undo. So actually, you can undo your message by clicking on that part. And you can set kung ilang seconds yung pwedeng i-undo. Especially, no, say for example, may nakalimutan kayong i-attach or may nakalimutan kayong i-include, pwede nyo pang i-undo yun. But you can set how long it should be undone. So, by doing this. So, nasa settings, settings, general, and undo send. So, tatanungin kayo, send cancellation period. So, mag-a-appear yung parang pop-out, no, sa baba, sa bottom left, for you to have the chance to undo your message. Makikipag-break na daw kayo, no, sa girlfriend nyo or boyfriend nyo through email. Tapos, naisipan nyo na cancel na lang, wag na lang makipag-break kasi bumabalik ang memories. Pwede nyo pong i-undo yan through this option. And by default, it is 5 seconds na range, but you can modify up to 30 seconds po. So, mayroong 30 seconds thinking time, 20 seconds thinking time, 10 seconds. Pwede din 5 ang default. Okay? Now, aside dito sa schedule send, meron pang another option. So, 'di ba, merong arrow, no? Sa katabi ng send na button. pwede pa natin yang dagdagan ng isa pang option. And that is by going to your gear icon again, then see all settings, and then sa general, hover it down sa send and archive, no? So once you click on show send and archive button to reply, then it will have another option when sending a message. Okay, so don't forget na you have to save it always sa bottom part, or else such modifications will not be reflected. So when you compose again and you click on the okay, i-refresh ko lang kasi ayaw niya mag-reflect. Okay, ayaw sa account na to, but in my other account, well anyways, yung archive po na settings, it allows you to, after sending a certain message, the, that thread or that email message will go to the archive na na folder. So when you mean archive, para siyang ano, it doesn't appear in your inbox, no? It is still in your nasa email nyo pa rin siya, but it does not appear in your inbox. Naka-archive kasi siya. Parang ano lang din, no? Kung may mga Instagram accounts kayo, when you archive it, it doesn't mean that you delete it. It doesn't appear in your feed, in your IG feed anymore, but it's still there, pero nakatago lang. So, let me figure out, but ayaw niyang magpakita. Na-save ko ba yan? Ah, okay, that is why. Sige po. Try ko sa ibang email account. Okay, yun. Okay. Wala pala siya sa composing, but rather sa reply. Correct, tama. So, say for example, hanap ako ng mga hindi confidential na, hindi, wag na lang dyan. Dito na lang. So, if you can see sa reply ko, sa reply composition ko, no, there is another button, no? It means na i-archive ko na siya. And as what I've explained a while ago, mawawala siya sa inbox nyo, but it doesn't mean that it has been deleted forever, but parang tinago nyo lang, archive. And there is also another, because commonly, no, archiving is parang nami-miscommunicate siya with muting, no? Archive and mute a certain message. So the difference between the two is when you archive a message, if someone replies, to that certain email, babalik siya sa inbox nyo. Okay? But when you mute the same email, mawawala siya sa inbox nyo, although hindi pa din siya madidelete, but when there is another action like may nag-reply, hindi siya magpapakita sa inyong inbox. So that's the difference between the two. Kasi commonly they are interchanged, no, archiving and muting. So that's the difference. Okay. Now let's go now to the labels. So pakita ko sa Gmail natin, di ba, we are familiar with File Explorer natin sa Windows, no, na naka-folders. So sa Gmail natin, let's say ang source of folders natin is ang labels. So you can there are different labels ako, like for me, I have an inbox for my Bohol na activity, for Dumaguete activity, for Lorena. So all other messages related to my Bohol activity, nilalagay ko dyan para kung, say for example, magsa-search ako, it will be easier for me. Pupunta na lang ako dito sa parang folders natin, equivalent. So sa labels natin, then all other messages related to this certain group ay nandyan na. And you can add more labels. You can change the colors. Pwede nyo madrag kung ano ang first, ano ang second. So, pwede kayo maka-remove. So, nandyan siya sa right, no? I mean sa left. But if you want the full control about the labels, nandun pa rin siya sa gear na icon, sa see all settings, and sa labels na tab. Okay? Yan. So you can choose which one to hide and which one to show sa labels nyo sa left side pane nyo. If you want to create a new label, so pwede din. Okay? Now, I would like to give you a pro tip, no? Di ba when we attach files, we commonly use this button, itong paperclip button, no? Attach files. And this works for 25 MB maximum only, no? Correct, for files. And one technique actually, no, para hindi mabawasan ang inyong storage capacity, di ba? Especially for those na may personal accounts lang na 15 gig ang capacity and you're after the storage kasi hindi pa muna afford, just like me, hindi ko muna afford mag-expand to a wider storage. One technique para hindi mabawasan ang inyong capacity is not by using these attached files, but rather attaching using the drive. So yes po, when you upload using or when you insert files using Google Drive, hindi po mababawasan ang inyong storage. Okay? Yes po. But the only thing about this Google Drive, no, is it sends or it gives a link, no, rather than attaching a specific file. Now, so let's go to the buttons na. If you want to insert a link, so ito lang po, isang second. Kita ba? Do I have to zoom it in? Yeah. Ito. So say for example, you want to include a link to your Facebook account, then you just highlight that and you press on it, so automatic na magka-create siya ng link. Or if you want to change the target URL, so pwede din. So parang kung nasa Facebook kayo, then i-copy nyo lang yung URL na nandito, no, sa address bar and you paste it there. So pwede yan, customize when you insert a link. And also, meron din pong emojis ang Gmail. So ayan po. hindi lang po Facebook or Messenger ang may emojis. Meron din po Gmail. But of course, if you have a formal message to send, I think it is not good to include emojis. It depends kung close kayo ng sasendan nyo, then pwede. So I have already explained this. So also inserting picture. Then itong confidential mode on or off, this allows you to send a message na para siyang encrypted, and ang recipients nyo hindi pwedeng ma-forward, ma-copy, ma-print, ma-download ang certain email or certain message nyo. And you can set the expiry kung kailan mawawala yung message na yon. You can also set an SMS passcode. Pwede din yan. If you turn on the confidential mode, either on or off. And pwede din, of course, mag-insert ng signature. I think I have explained this already a while ago. Okay? Now, actually, Gmail or Google itself has employed or has invested a lot of artificial intelligence functionality sa search. So, hindi lang to basta-bastang search box, no? Itong search natin sa taas. Meron to mga super AI. So, tomorrow pala, merong AI na webinar. I think that is spearheaded by Miss Hazel. Yeah, so inviting you once again. So, ano po to? Intelligent AI po to. Say for example, nag-type ako ng hello, no? And as you can see sa search results, sa preview niya, wala kayong makikita like for this first 1, 2, 3, 4. For this first 4 na search results, wala kayong makikitang hello na text, but there is chance or there are texts there na may hello. Okay? Kahit wala sa subject but nandun sa content, and even other formats like say for example, meron kayong exchange of conversations like picture na may aso, no? There is you have a picture of a dog na email, tapos mag-type kayo ng dog. So hindi lang emails or email messages ang madi-display sa search, but rather yung picture din ng aso. So yeah, so kahit ito, this is a Google Docs na format, no? And I remember na meron akong in-include na text dito na hello, but you could not see it sa preview, no? Walang hello kahit isa dyan sa May 20. But when I click on that, and the content really has hello. So aside from that, you can actually filter searches by this one, no? Itong parang may drop-down menu sa search mail. And there are a lot of options for you. So say for example, this works well if meron kang hinahanap na message, no? And so dami ng messages nyo, and you could not locate it anymore. It has been ages ago. So you can type kaninong galing na email, sino ang recipient nun, subject, ano mga words na nandun, if you could still remember. Walang like certain text. So pwede nyo yang ma-filter. So pwede ding maklik or matik kung may attachment or wala. Yan ang size. So yeah, explore na lang. But you can do that. So hindi lang sa basta-basta search lang, type kayo ng kahit ano dyan. But rather, meron pang other options to filter searching. Okay? Now, So, so dito tayo sa inbox ha. So, lipat ako sa ibang email kasi medyo may confidentiality itong pag-mail na emails. But, so say for example, meron akong certain email, no, and when you right click on it, there is actually a lot of additional options that you can do. So you can move it to a tab. So what is a tab? So parang ito so, no? Meron tayong primary inbox, merong social, merong promotions. So parang nakaka-categorize na ang mga messages natin. So you can move such email to this category or to this tab or to this tab. Pwede when you right click on it. And later on, I will explain it further sa pagpunta natin sa gear settings. So you can move it to such tab, reply all, you can forward. You can forward such email as an attachment. Pwede po yan para mag-save siya as local copy. So, pwede po yan. Pwede nyong i-archive yung na-explain ko na kanina, no? Pwedeng i-delete, pwedeng i-mark as unread muna. Pwedeng i-snooze. So, itong snooze, parang i-set nyo siya to another day or to another schedule. And once you set on it, when you have already picked your date and time, mawawala siya sa inbox nyo temporarily, but babalik siya as unread to the certain date and time na pinik nyo. So, pwede po yan. So, hindi naman siya mag-a-alarm, but rather, parang may pumasok na message. So, say for example, if you are busy, no, snooze ko muna to, 5 minutes more, natutulog pa ako. So, later ko na ikaw, papansinin. So, pwede din siyang i-add to task. So, sa right side natin, no, meron tayong mga tasks. So, may mga to-do tasks. Pwede din yan. So, dito sa email na account ko, hindi ko pa na-set, but pwede yan. Like, to-do task nyo daily. So, pwede nyo din siyang, from this, when you right-click on the message, pwede nyo din siyang i-set sa label nyo, yung parang folders natin sa Gmail. So, pwede nyo siyang i-categorize to the label. And ang mute, once again, I think there's no need for me to explain. And open new window. So, magbubukas ng separate window for that email. So, pwede yan. So, the same option sa when you right-click on a certain message, no, has also the same option sa top menu niya naman. So, pwede. Okay? Now, we can also add a star. Sige, ito favorite ko kasi itong star eh. So, kasi when you star on an email, pwede na you set it as something important, no? Like, alam nyo na babalikan nyo tong certain message na to. So, isa-star ko siya kasi meron tayong separate na label dito sa left, no, na starred. So, when you click on a star, and it's as easy lang, no, kasi nasa preview merong star. When you click on that, lalabas na din siya sa mga starred messages, no? So, madali lang siyang balikan. But you are not only confined to one certain color. So, for those na gumagamit ng star, pwede kayong magdagdag ng ibang colors actually. So, nasa general siya, na settings, no? So, you can add different stars. Yan. And you can change their order. Pwedeng nauna si orange, pwedeng mauna si purple, last si red. So once you save on it, so balik tayo sa inbox natin, no? And we have a certain message. Pwede kayong magpalit ng different colors. So parang kina-categorize nyo na ito si purple, this is about work. Ito si yellow, this is about family. Ayan, pwede. And the order, di ba, when you toggle on it, follows the order kung anong sinet nyo sa settings, di ba? So, say for example, itong walang star, no? By default, hindi siya naka-star, but when you toggle it first, purple ang nauna. Kasi yun ang sinet nyo sa ating star setting. Yan, di ba? So, it follows kung anong order na sinet. Okay? Sige, I think there is, I think there is nothing more sa inbox na interface. So, we'll try to go now to the different settings. So, bago lang din to in-employ, no, ng Gmail na meron silang quick settings, but for the longest time, wala tong quick settings. So when you click on the settings, didiretso na sa dito sa ating complete settings. So we have different tabs for the settings. We have general, we have labels, we have inbox, we have accounts and import, and just like me kanina na may nakalimutan kung asa nakalagay si Teams, akala ko nasa general, it comes handy to key in Control F lang. And so, of course, it will display kung anong sinesearch nyo. Are you searching for Teams? Yan, so magdi-display ang results. Are you searching for spam settings or reply? So, and so it comes handy to use Control F. Okay? So of course, dito tayo sa general, we can choose the Gmail language, no? It could be, of course, you can choose kung anong language, merong Filipino. You can enable or disable input tools. Right to left editing support could be turned off or turned on, especially if meron tayong mga Japanese na Japanese or some other nationalities na ang pagbasa nila is from the other side, so pwede yan. So phone numbers, default country, so pwede yung ma-choose. So maximum page size, so how many emails ang makikita nyo, like in one page, no? Pwede nyo siyang maset dito, how many messages do you want to show? Ako, maximum na para yan. Dami ko ng emails, no? Basic. Okay. Once again, the undo send, when you want to give more time for you to cancel, pwede. So you can also choose the reply behavior. So when you reply to a certain message, is it automatic na reply lang siya to one certain recipient? Or do you want na reply also included ang mga naka-CC? So pwede yan. So as you can see here, wala siyang naka-choose kasi this means that I can choose whether I reply or reply all. So pwede po yan. Now, hover actions, you can enable hovering. So when you right-click, lalabas ba itong mga options, yung kaninang in-explain ko, or not? So pwede po yan. Now, sa images, ito, do you allow to display external images, no? Most especially if may mga signatures kagaya ko na gumagamit ng image, do you allow your inbox to display such image, or do you want Gmail to prompt you to show the image? So by default, naka-X ang mga images, hindi pa naka-show, so pwede yan. So the dynamic email is when you want your email to be dynamic, like merong mga pictures or images or merong mga interactive content, pwedeng malagyan ng Google Forms ang email, ang Gmail nyo, pwede yan. Pwede naka-enable or disable. So we have grammar, spelling, and autocorrect suggestions, correct, no? Pumupula ang inyong ang inyong composition if misspelled or nagbibigay ng suggestions, grammar suggestions. So, Smart Compose, para to siyang ano, ayun nga, nagbibigay siya ng suggestion. So, di ba, when you type an email, na I'll try it here. Okay, naka-disable siya sa kabilang email ko. But when you do Smart Compose, parang nag-predict na ang Gmail kung anong next nyo na kino-compose. So, pwede po yan sa Smart Compose. Then, pwede nyong enable to or i-disable kasi dito nag-employ ng smart artificial intelligence din or ng AI ang Gmail. So, parang binabasa na niya kung how you write your how you write your or how you compose your email. So, do you prefer na attached herewith are the files, or do you prefer na attached are the files? So, yan ang gamit ng Smart Compose, personalization. So, it is according to your to how you compose your email. So, experimental access, this is when you allow Google to have you ask or to have you test their features. So when you enroll to this, then you allow Gmail to let you experience mga unpublished na Gmail features. So they want to test it with you, so you can enable it if you want to join. So conversation view is let me show up. Okay, may kasi may mga confidential messages, but when you enable conversation view, parang a certain email thread can be shown or can be seen, like nag-reply na dito si or ito na ang message niya. Pwede yan sa conversation view, but if you choose conversation view of hindi siya mag-group together ang mga messages, like separate a message for this although it belongs to the same subject. So yun po. Now nudges, for the nudges, dito nag-employ din ng AI ang Gmail, wherein if Gmail sees it na important ang messages nyo, especially if may schedule or may appointment and you have not attended to it, hindi nyo ni-reply or hindi nyo na open or whatever, pwede siyang bumalik sa top ng inbox nyo or ng email nyo when you turn this on. So, although naka-turn on to by default. Now, itong smart reply, ito yung parang, how do you call it? Para siyang meron ng predefined na replies sa certain emails, just like, say for example, may nag-email sa inyo ng good morning. Tapos sa baba niya, sa baba ng inbox, merong lalabas na mga tabs like good morning to, or hello, or how are you, how was your day. Yan po ang smart reply. Meron ng predefined options to reply immediately. Okay? Now, preview pane, ito yung, okay. Preview pane, ito yung, nakita nyo to merong naka-bold, let's say naka-bold, and merong hindi naka-bold, no? So, yan ang preview. So, once you click on it, and it will, depending on how many seconds you have set it, so mawawala na ang bold niya. Okay? Desktop notifications, do you want Gmail to give you mail notifications sa desktop nyo? May nag-send sa inyo, lalabas I think sa bottom part, pwede yan when you allow it sa desktop notification. So by the way, no, pwede pala kayong pwede kayong, di ba, having a Gmail is synonymous to having a Google Drive, di ba? For every Gmail, you have your Google Drive. You can actually, although ibang laptop kasi ang gamit ko, but sa kabilang laptop, I have a separate drive. It's called Drive G, and it is synchronized with my Google Drive. So para siyang naging local copy ng ng aking Google Drive na nakalagay sa cloud. So if I do changes um, sa Google Drive ko, sa local ko, pwede din siya or reflect din ang changes niya sa Google Drive. So if you want, to have that kind of parang technique, no? Para siyang ganito, okay? Since nasa kabilang laptop ko kasi hindi ko mapakita. But para siyang ganito, there is a separate drive in your computer na it is synchronized with your Google Drive na file. So pwede yan ma-set. So just search for file stream. So I have explained that sa Google Drive na webinar ko, and you can revisit or rewatch sa YouTube channel ko po. Yay! Plug din. Okay. Itong stars, I have already explained this. You can set your keyboard shortcuts. There are actually a lot of keyboard shortcuts you can do. Yung mga control Z nyo, nag-reflect din yan sa Gmail, pwede. Or you can turn it off or on, pwede din siya. Okay, I think yeah, I think understandable ng iba dito sa general. But if in case meron din tayong vacation responder, no, or autoresponder. So say for example, you are on leave or you are out and about. So and you want when someone sends you an email, meron tayong auto reply or auto response. So pwede yan dito sa vacation responder. You can set when is the first day, when is the last day. So you can pass on template. So you can set. Okay. So please, if you have changes, please don't forget to press the save changes or to click on the save changes. Kasi baka mag-wonder kayo, no? Ang dami yun ng changes, tapos bumalik kayo sa inbox, pero hindi nag-reflect yung changes nyo. It might be because hindi nyo na-click ang save changes. Okay? So these are the labels. So this is for ito yung nakwento ko na, no? Yung categories. So you can also you can choose which inbox type, appearance, important ba dapat mauna, unread ba, ang start ba. So you can choose. Sa DepEd.gov.ph and DICT.gov.ph, I think walang category for social, for promotions. Okay. So reading pane, this is the one I mentioned. So itong importance marker, so ang Gmail, parang nag-employ din sila ng AI dito if they think that your such email in your inbox is important, may parang marker na highlighted katabi ng preview nyo, just like this one, no? Yan, important siya. Maybe because there is an attachment or there are certain texts na you have to respond. So Gmail employs an AI. Okay? So meron din tayong filtered email wherein you can override or don't override filters. So Do you want your filtered emails to appear sa inbox? Pwede din po yan. Okay? Then itong accounts and import, you can actually set a certain email address to send or to use your email in your behalf. So let's try. So it allows you to set a certain email na pwede ka din mag-send in their behalf. But of course, there must be confirmation from their end. So let's try my own personal. It will ask to send a verification. And when I go back to my inbox, so there is a request na ina-allow mo yung certain certain na na email to do so. Pwede po yan. So let me refresh. So as you can see, when I compose now a message, meron ng from, no? And you can choose, is it through your email or from the email na in-enroll mo. So meron na siyang from na option. So that's one thing. Okay. So let's go back to the settings. Yan. So you can also import, you can also open other email accounts that are not from Gmail with this interface. Pwede din po yan through this part. Okay. You can also check mail from other accounts, but hindi na lang po natin i-testing, no? Kasi unlike sa send mail as na na functionality, this takes time around 30 minutes minimum to reflect. Okay. Also this one, itong grant access to your account. Okay. If you want to add an additional storage, pwede din po yan. You want to purchase kung kulang ang 15 gig, then pwede din po yan. So, yeah, ito pala ang mga plan nila. At meron pang more options, 20 terabytes, 30. Okay, so it's cheap lang. It's 89 pesos per month ang 100 gig na option. Okay, and if you want to change your password, other Google account settings, nasa top po siya ng accounts and import. Okay, so ayan po, madaming nagtatanong kung pwede bang ma-block ang mga nagsisend ng spam or email. Pwede po dito sa filters and block addresses na tab sa settings. So I think so you can actually from the message, you know, from a certain message, so say for example ito, you can actually block immediately by going to that certain message and sa 3 dots menu niya, no, merong more, you can block him or her na immediately. So when you report spam, parang i-report lang siya as spam, but if you want na hindi na makatanggap ng messages from that certain person, then yung block. And you can find all those other blocked accounts doon sa dito na tab. Then you can actually filter You can create a new filter for all other incoming mails. Kung merong messages na about this and about that and you don't want to receive, then pwede yan by creating a new filter. Okay? So this one, this tab, hindi ko na lang to i-explain kasi masyadong madugo tong POP and IMAP. So meron tayong beginners and this might be a headache, no? Sa inyo. Kasi masyadong madugo ang pag-explain, but there's no need for us to modify naman in this part. So sa add-ons, madami po. Just like sa Google Forms, no? Sa mga naka-attend ng Google Forms, meron ding add-ons tayo for Gmail. So say for example, meron tayong by default, no, wala tayong Zoom na option or menu for video conference dito sa Gmail natin or sa mga responses natin. Pwede tayong mag-add ng Zoom na add-on. So merong iba free, may iba na for sale. So you can do so. You can add add-ons by going here na tab, add-ons tab. So chat and meet. So sa Hangouts to. Wala na palang Hangouts ngayon. So pwede yan. Pwede nyo ma-enable or disable. Okay? Sige, dito tayo sa advanced. Sige. Sa advanced na menu, itong auto advanced first, you can enable or disable it. And when you modify this, you can actually choose what happens to your inbox after kayo mag-delete or mag-archive or mag-mute. Pupunta ba sa previous conversation or sa next conversation? So you can do so dito sa auto advanced. Tapos sa templates, pwede nyo din yang i-enable, and once you enable your templates and you save changes, once you compose na, no, you can actually say for example, meron kang hi, that's noted na template. Ayan, mali character. So pwede nyo yung i-save as a new template. So you can save that as draft, to save as new template. So say for example, this is my default template. So once you already have such kind of template, so once you reply now to another message, you can choose the template that you want. So dito pa rin. So pili na kayo, di ba? Meron tayong default na template na sinave kanina. So i-click nyo na lang yan sa 3 dots menu and you now have your auto reply. Oo. Pero parang mas maganda pa rin yung copy-paste na. But that's your own preference. But that's possible on template. So para din sa yung auto-responder or vacation responder, pwede din yan. Parang ganun ang sense ng templates natin. So custom keyboard shortcuts, yan yung you can customize your own keyboard shortcuts. So meron tayong default shortcuts like Control-Z, i-undo, but you can customize your own. Pwede po yan. So right side chat, naka-disable siya, but if you could see my chat na box na nandito siya sa left, but when you enable that, pwede siya sa right na pumunta. That's like this one. Yan, nasa right side po siya. Yung ko dito sa left. So pwede niyo po yung i-modify dyan. So itong unread message icon, sige po ha, when I enable this, yan. Ano pong makikita niyong difference ngayon? Like for this email interface and this email interface. Any answer? Once again, in-enable ko ang unread message icon. Ay, mukhang hindi itong email na to, but this one. So, what happens is, kung makikita nyo dito, no, meron na siyang parang digit. That means na ilan ang mga unread messages nyo dito sa icon sa taas. As compared sa dito na hindi naka-enable, so wala siya. So dito nakikita kung ilan pa ang unread messages mo. So pwede yan. Once again, dito sa unread messages. Unread message icon sa advanced. Okay? Sa offline naman, when you enable offline, so parang nagsisave ng local copy sa mga emails nyo dyan sa local PC nyo. Tapos mga internet connection. So, pwede pa rin. But once you already connect to the internet, then magsisync na kung ano nakasave sa local local PC nyo, magsisync siya doon sa inyong cloud storage ng Gmail. And settings, tapos na. So that's it. Have I missed one? I think that's it for now. Masyado bang mabilis?
Hello, Sir Josh.
Yes, Mrs.
Ako, thank you so much for that. Done na po ba tayo?
Yes, okay na, Mrs.
Actually, we've learned a lot. Marami akong takeaways, diba? That we can undo, diba? If we send out messages, pwede pala natin i-undo siya, diba? We can set it to particular seconds, until 30 seconds, I guess. So at least, if ever we will send out emails na parang mayroon tayong mali, at least pwede pa natin ma-undo. So, that's one of my greatest takeaways. So, grabe ang Gmail. It's very, very useful, di ba? Especially sa ating mga teachers, right? Right now, it has been said earlier that for the DepEd Gmail, unlimited po yung storage natin. So, grabe, amazing. Hopefully, we could utilize that. And by that, Sir Josh, we have questions po on board.
Sige po, go ahead.
So we have from, from Maria Patricia Angelica Maravilla. She said, Sir, if we change settings in Gmail using laptop or desktop, will it automatically reflect or be the same in our mobile?
Ay, hindi po. Magkaiba po siyang devices. Although, iba kasi ang interface sa mobile, iba din sa desktop. So, hindi po siya mag-reflect.
Okay, thank you. We have another from ang suki natin sa mga webinars kay Sir Arnel Gruspe. Sabi niya, question po, may option po ba to notify delivery or message that has been read by recipient?
Ano po yun ulit? May
Sorry.
option.
May option po ba to notify delivery or message that has been read by recipient?
Yes, meron po. Oo. Ano siya? Parang you can do so by clicking sa reply receipt. I think mukhang hindi ko yan na-mention kanina. Response receipt. I'm hovering it now, Miss Haza.
Okay, sure.
But pwede siya.
There is.
Response receipt Gmail. If I could remember it right, response receipt siya, wherein, just like, hindi lang sa sa Gmail na functionality, it is also the same with other emails, just like Outlook. Gumagamit din ako ng Outlook dati. And I can ask for a confirmation from my recipient niya na nabasa niya na ang message niya or ang message na sinend ko. So pwede siya, it's not only in Gmail. So nasa siya, sa compose, no? Nasa akin pa ba? Hindi na sa akin ang presenter, but nasa compose siya, and then pwedeng i-click yung request, read, receipt.
Okay, all right. So meron
So pwede
din.
siya, meron, no.
We have another po from Annalyn Alegre. How to insert personalized picture in signature where no one can download or copy it.
Ay, ano bang tawag dito? When you include kasi a signature, it makes your signature public na. So there is no functionality na hindi pwedeng ma-copy or what ang signature mo. So yun.
Okay, so
Hindi siya pwede.
public.
Although I have not searched no if there is a certain add-on, but by default public siya ang signature mo. Like personalized image.
All right, I have still lots of questions here. We have from Facebook Live from Vicky Maligdizon. She said, how many mails are retained in our inbox? Are they automatically deleted if a certain number of mails is achieved?
Kung ilan ang storage ng ano mo, or capacity ng storage mo, then that's the same amount, right? But I think per email, that's only kilobytes lang naman eh. But once you put your messages into trash, like you delete it will stay there for around 30 days. And if you don't do actions after 30 days, automatically madidelete na siya yung nasa trash mo. But for all other messages like sa inbox, it will stay there forever as long as Google is allowed. Mm.
So, sir, I have another one from Al Cameron Avila. Paano po matanggal ang mga spam messages sa Gmail, sir?
Yun, yung nasa settings na in-explain ko kanina. I think nabasa ko yung question na yan, no? While I was still not discussing dun sa area, but doon sa doon sa filters and block addresses na tab sa settings, doon siya.
Okay.
Mga spam filtered messages.
So there's a way of kumbaga matanggal yung mga spam messages natin.
Well, you employ a certain action, hindi sa parang automatic. So you have to enable.
Let's go to our last 3 questions, sir. We have here from Lee Nang. She said, sir, meron po ba talagang pagkakataon na hindi matanggap ng recipient yung email kahit na na-send na?
Yes, meron, especially if puno ng storage ng recipient. That's one. And I think yan lang nakikita ko. But pwede din na tinake ng Gmail as spam message yung sinend mo. So actually natanggap din yun ng recipient but hindi sa kanyang inbox but rather sa spam folder. So pwede din yan. But nevertheless, Gmail actually Gmail has an auto mailer na response, no, like if hindi niya na send yung message nyo, nagno-notify ng separate message ang Gmail na hindi to na send because of this reason. Meron like reasons na the recipient's inbox is full kaya hindi na makatanggap. So yun. So meron talagang reasons na pwede siyang hindi matanggap ng recipient, but Gmail explains the reason why hindi siya natanggap.
So sir, last two from Mini Busquera. Is possible po ba na pwedeng ma-hack ang Gmail account?
Well, so far never pa nangyari. That's why it's one of the most trusted brands kahit ang government. So hindi. So tendency is parang personal negligence lang yan, like nag-login kayo sa internet cafe perhaps or in a different PC, hindi nyo na-log out. So ganong mga instances. But yun nga, yung sa opening natin no, nagturo ako ng two-factor verification or two-step verification. So that's one way of eliminating such na hacking. So I hope everyone follows if ready. Pero in terms of hacking, I think there's none so far na extreme. Personal negligence lang ang meron Miss Hazel and our
Yes. Sir, Sir Josh, I have here a feedback from one of our participants of WebEx, from Edelina Tumbaga. He said, thank you, Sir Josh. I learned a lot. I'm not very familiar with the Gmail. I'm just using it for office messages. But now I am enlightened and explored. So, yes,
Yay!
congratulations. Yes, thank you so much, Sir Josh, for the very insightful webinar. Ako din, mas nagkaroon pa ako ng additional knowledge, diba, on how to use, hindi lang siya pang email send, read inbox lang, diba? So, marami siyang features pala na pwedeng magamit, not only yung mga government employees, but of course, yung mga teachers din natin na nanonood, diba? So, let's explore, let's use kung anong meron ng Gmail. And that was a very comprehensive webinar, Sir Joshua. Thank you so much. I think we've covered most of our questions. Actually, kulang na po yung time natin, but I'm sure that we've learned a lot. Tama po ba, participants? So I'm sure of that. Na we've learned something new. Tips, techniques, and strategies din, di ba? How to use Gmail. And of course, since we are done, yay, congratulations, Sir Joshua.
Yay, on time ngayon.
Yes. Okay. So, yan, sir. I'm going to promote first, diba, yung mga upcoming webinars kasi kanina maraming nagtatanong what are the webinars na upcoming po na ibibigay na free ng DICT Visayas Chapter 2. So, tomorrow, for those who are interested, we have a free webinar on Introduction to Artificial Intelligence. That will be on at 1 p.m. po. Si Sir Ralph Vincent Regalado, yung speaker natin. And another po for July 1, 2020 at 10 a.m. we have the 4RI Business Journey in the Pandemic Era. Of course, brought to you by the ICT Visit to FAMCOR and the Cebu Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So, ang speaker natin dyan ay si Sir Virgilio Nunoy G. Estileta. Alright? So, please register po. Register now. And we have another webinar, very interesting, especially in this new normal po, entitled How Tour Guiding and Trip Advising Work Under the New Normal. So this will be in July 2, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. We have the Director of DOT, Department of Tourism ng Region 8, the Director Karina Rosa Chiopes, joined by Director Leo Cipriano L. Arbizundo Jr. of the ICT. We also have Director Shirley Martamano, the Regional Director of Department of Tourism, Region 7. We also have Mr. Mano Del Rosario and Ms. C.G. Guba of Cebu Association and Tour Guide. So please register for this free webinar. And of course, we have another webinar on data protection for you and your business, what you need to know. That will be on July 3 at 2 p.m. Yung speaker natin ay si Mr. Robert Arqueza. Right? And of course, diba, we have a Start Up Thursday. So this is a webinar series every Thursday. We have a few webinars. So we are just done. No, last Thursday po, we have the Learning to Earning with Ms. Ruiz Fernandez Ruiz. Then this Thursday naman, we have Arm Yourself Against Cyber Attack. So just follow lang po yung Facebook page natin. We have Start Up Thursday to webinar series. Right? And also, yun. Sir Joshua, do you have any other announcements po before I proceed to the next part?
Wala na, Miss Hayes, go ahead.
Okay.
Ay, ano na lang.
Yes.
Pambansang Tech Talks with Pambansang IT Guy, YouTube.
Yes, so please don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel of Sir Joshua Dumen, Tech Talks with the Pambansang IT Guy. So i-search nyo na and subscribe to his YouTube channel.
Actually, Ms. Hayes, I will announce it from there sa YouTube channel kung how they will receive their certificates for this webinar.
All right. Yes, so they really need to subscribe, right? Okay. So, for those who are waiting, ito po yung post evaluation link natin. Please type in correctly. Case sensitive po ito. http://tiny.cc/gmail.eval. Alright, so please copy this or screenshot nyo na. So, no more quiz, right? Wala tayong quiz ngayon. Just visit the evaluation link. This link will close after 1 hour. So, 5 p.m. po today, June 29, 2020, this will be closed. Alright? So, again, 5 p.m. of June 29, ito po yung deadline ng link natin. This will expire, or this will be closed. Alright? Make sure to input your correct name and, of course, a valid or a working email address po. Okay? Presentation and recording will be sent along with your certificate. Alright? So,
I will try to sorry Miss Faith. I will try to create a presentation, parang summary for today's webinar and maybe send to them
Alright.
after.
So, okay, so please copy this link. Don't forget, and please don't forget, mako-close po ito ng 5 p.m. Okay. And of course, diba, we would like to give recognition sa ating resource person, ang pambansang IT guy natin. This is ika-4 na niya na webinar series. So, a certificate of appreciation is given to our resource person, Joshua Eleazar P. Dumen, for sharing his time, talent, and expertise as the resource speaker during one of the #Learn2 webinar series conducted by the DICT Visit 2 with the topic Learn to Maximize Gmail, conducted on June 29, 2020. Digitally signed by Director Leo Cipriano L. Arbison Jr. Congratulations, Sir Joshua.
Thank you, Miss Hayes. Na-surprise daw ako.
Thank you for sharing your expertise to us. Daghang salamat, sir. And
Welcome and thank you, everyone. Thank you, Miss Hayes.
welcome, sir, and of course to the organizing team of this webinar. I would like to thank po ito yung mga tao behind the scenes. So we have Sir Joshua Dumen, George Michael Picardal, yours truly, Hazel Martinez, Joshua Corona, Engineer Bergan Dabuik, Engineer Duke Renz Peñaranda, and of course, Engineer Luz. We also have the DICT Region 7 and 8 staff, and of course, Director Leo Cipriano L. Arbison Jr. All right, thank you so much, daghang salamat. And of course, before we end our very productive webinar, we would like to give recognition, of course, and appreciation sa mga participants natin. Maraming salamat for attending, di ba, sa walang sawang pagsubaybay sa ating mga webinars. Maraming salamat. A heartfelt gratitude po to you. We appreciate your time and effort being with us. And indeed, it was a very fruitful day. Thank you, everyone. Daghang salamat. Maraming salamat po. Congratulations for the successful webinar. We appreciate you being here. Thanks again for joining us today, and we will see you all next time. Once again, this has been your moderator for today, Hazel Martinez. Keep safe, stay healthy, and God bless. Maraming salamat po, and to God be all the highest glory.